Desmond Banes, Nova Estrella no Lakers, Lakers Antigo. Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Lakers want to be champions as soon as possible, and to do so they want to improve their roster. Rob Pelinka wants to bring in a big star who is young and solid. Desmond Bane from the Memphis Grizzlies would be the ideal signing to make the Lakers the favorites. Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves booted the Los Angeles Lakers from the 2025 NBA playoffs in a dominant 5-game first-round series win. The star trio of Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves failed to lead Los Angeles to the promised land, or anywhere close to. As a result, the franchise has been forced to assess all of their options with regard to trades and potential free agency acquisitions that could catapult the group back to contention. In fact, it's plausible to believe that even the latter of the three talented playmakers could be used as bait to land a more established presence to pair with Doncic and James. Since Reeves' skills aren't of much importance when paired alongside two of the greatest facilitators the game has ever seen, Los Angeles' general manager Rob Pelinka may prefer to go after an all-around scoring threat who has improved incrementally as a passer through each season of his young career. If Reeves is thrown onto the Lakers' summer trade block, there could be a chance that Pelinka contacts the Memphis Grizzlies in an effort to exchange the 26-year-old homegrown star, Rui Hachimura, and Shake Milton for their efficient scorer and potential future All-Star Desmond Bane. Memphis two-way guard just wrapped up his 5th NBA season since being selected with the no overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft. In 69 appearances this regular season, Bane contributed 19.2 points and 6.1 rebounds on an impressive 60% true shooting percentage, while also displaying plenty of improvement on the defensive end. The 6'5" guard and 39.2% three-point sniper registered a career-best 1.2 steals in 2024-25, compiled a 0.6 defensive box plus-minus, and finished with a solid 113 defensive rating per 100 possessions. In this hypothetical scenario, swapping out the playmaking of Reeves for the consistent deep-range threat could make plenty of sense. Instead of trotting out another floor general that takes pick-and-roll possessions out of Doncic and James' hands, you replace that with a reactionary scorer that can knock down catch-and-shoot threes or throw a pump fake and drive hard towards the basket. Bane has even progressed beautifully as a passer in his own right, as he's been able to bump his figure of 1.7 assists as a rookie to 5.3 this past season. If given the chance, Bane's hypothetical arrival in Los Angeles could elevate the team to status as real title contenders in a loaded Western Conference for the 2025-26 season, as Doncic and James would be provided with a reliable tertiary option that can dominate both with and without the ball. LeBron James suffers first sustained knee injury in 22 years. The Los Angeles Lakers' hopes of a deep postseason run in the 2025 NBA playoffs were curtailed early by a limp first-round loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves in which they never truly threatened. They won the second game of the series, with LeBron James recording 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists, but that was all, crashing out 4-1 in a series in which they only cracked the 100-point margin twice. Any chance of a comeback was curtailed in what turned out to the final game of the series, when Lakers superstar James had a coming together with Timberwolves guard Dante DiVincenzo that saw him lay prone on the floor for a few moments. The injury, later diagnosed as a medial collateral ligament sprain, was later reported to have been one that would have kept him out of the next few weeks of play anyway. Had the Lakers won, then, James' consecutive playoff games played streak would have ended at 292 games. And that level of hardiness is no fluke. LeBron's self-care has paid dividends. Blessed with a combination of size, strength, speed, and leap the likes of which has never been seen, LeBron throughout his career has sought to pair these outstanding natural gifts with some artificial maintenance techniques that have long been documented. Although he himself is reticent to confirm or deny it, James reportedly spends up to $1 million annually on his body, using modern technologies such as cryotherapy and hyperbaric oxygen chambers to stay in peak condition and prolong his career as much as possible. Given that he is still playing to a very high level now past his 40th birthday, and has shattered untold numbers of longevity records on his way to being the leading scorer of all time, it has been a very sound investment. In those 22 years, James has played 1,854 games across both the regular and postseasons, surpassing even the long-standing previous high of 1,797 set by the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. In those 22 years, he has been involved of tens of thousands of possessions, sprints, jumps, pivots, twists, practices and hard fouls, playing to the highest possible level, a sport whose reliance on athleticism and changes of direction are taxing on the lower body. And yet somehow, until this series, LeBron maintains that he has never before had a knee injury. James had no ligament injury until his 40s. Following the Lakers' elimination, at the 11.40 mark of an appearance on the podcast that LeBron hosts alongside former two-time NBA MVP Steve Nash, Mind the Game, he disclosed how the injury to his knee ligament was a first for him. Despite ligament strains, sprains and tears being a common injury in the burst-heavy impact-laden sport of basketball, with all the jumping and collisions taking their toll on the lower body, James claims never to have had one before, despite his historic workload in that time. Going back over 22 years of reporting seems, mostly, to bear this out. For example, in a data set that archived all reported injuries between 2010 and 2020, LeBron is listed as having wrist, ankle, hamstring and groin strains to go along with back spasms, illness and a fractured nose, but only one instance of a reported knee strain, which occurred back in 2014 on his 30th birthday. The Sporting News 2023 attempt to document LeBron's injury history reports a few instances of knee swelling and soreness. However, given LeBron's comments to Nash that acknowledge some tendinitis and patella issues in his career to date, perhaps his claim to this being the first ligament injury he has ever had still holds true. Whether or not LeBron's statement is entirely borne out by the reporting or not, it does speak to the fact that even history-making longevity ends eventually. The oldest player in the NBA, the only player to ever play 22 seasons, and potentially the only player to ever play 23, James's knee is reminding him that he is on the 18th green of his career. Having not dispelled the possibility of retirement after his Lakers elimination, the collision with DiVincenzo serves as a reminder to both him and us that it is nearly time to call it quits. Soon, the knee will demand it. But for now, the 292-game streak remains active. Gabe Vincent was happy to be able to play full season after injury-plagued first year with Lakers. With Gabe Vincent playing a career-high 72 games, the Lakers guard finally found his footing in Los Angeles. When Gabe Vincent signed with the Lakers in the summer of 2023, the idea was that he could be a good shooter while providing a strong defensive presence in the backcourt on the other end of the floor. However, due to a left knee effusion injury, Vincent only played in 11 games for the Purple and Gold in 2023-24. The hope was that this season, Vincent would be healthy and able to contribute in year 2 of his deal. He did just that, playing in 72 games this season, a new career high. His averages were respectable, scoring 6.4 points and shooting 35% from three-point range, his second-best average from deep in his career. After the Lakers lost Game 5 against the Wolves, which ended their season, Vincent spoke about his health and ability to contribute to the team's success. "I was able to play a full year," Vincent said. "I think last year, being injured, playing only in a handful of games, it was great to put together a full season. I had some stretches where I found some good rhythm. I would love to have more of an impact tonight and this series as well. Season didn't end the way I wanted to either." Vincent was one of the players watching in Game 4 as J.J. Redick made 0 substitutions in the second half, so it's hard to knock his play much during LA's playoff series. Overall, Vincent was healthy and a solid contributor to the team. He makes the right plays, can knock down open jumpers, and now that he's healthy, Vincent is a player you can depend on. Vincent's resurgence is excellent for his career and the Lakers. The best ability is availability, and given his bounce-back year and team-friendly contract, Vincent is now a player the franchise can rely on to be a net positive for next season. Entering this summer healthy and entering a contract year, hopefully, the best is yet to come from Vincent as a Laker. LeBron James says no players question JJ Redick's decision to make no subs in Game 4 versus Wolves. While it was an unprecedented strategy that did not work, LeBron James said there was no second-guessing from players about JJ Redick not making any subs in Game 4 against the Wolves. It's going to take some time for Lakers fans, and head coach JJ Redick, to move past these playoffs. It wasn't a great showing by Redick, highlighted by his Game 4 decision to play the same lineup for the entire second half. Not only was it detrimental in that contest, but it likely cost the team the series and their postseason hopes, as the defeat dropped them to a 3-1 hole in the series they didn't get out of. The reactions from fans and analysts were strong, but at least according to LeBron James, the team did not share the same feelings. On his latest episode of the Mind the Game podcast, LeBron was asked by co-host Steve Nash for his reaction to playing the entire second half. After discussing how he felt physically, he made sure to point out there was no second-guessing from the players. By the way, none of us questioned it. None of us questioned JJ and the coaching staff for what happened. Obviously, Gabe, Vincent, and Jared Vanderbilt, guys that have given so many great minutes, they definitely felt a way because they're competitors. We all feel like we can get in and make a moment happen. It wasn't a decision, which JJ told us, it wasn't a decision that was based on guys not being able to do the job. It was a decision based on the feeling of the game and the momentum of the game. None of us looked or the coaching staff any way for the decision that he made. It was our fault that we didn't come through. It certainly means something that LeBron is defending his head coach. And not only is he doing that, he's deflecting blame from Redick. As always, LeBron knows the weight of his words and how much his words matter, so him backing his head coach and saying it was the players' fault is not insignificant. LeBron also spoke about how he felt during that second half and after, though he again defended Redick. I felt in the moment. I wasn't tired. I wasn't looking for a sub. If it came, cool. I would have accepted it. We had an opportunity to tie the series at 2-2 on the road versus a great team and the coaches rolled the dice and we rolled with it. We just didn't make enough plays. I left that game extremely tired and extremely because it was a postseason game, not because I played the whole second half. I was tired as hell because I gave my whole body, my mind, my soul to the game for 48 minutes. I was extremely tired, but it wasn't because, I played 24 straight minutes in the second half. No. We had an opportunity and we didn't take advantage of it. To a certain extent, this is what you'd expect from LeBron overall in defending his coach. But considering he did this on his podcast, where he could control what was and wasn't said, it feels notable that he chose to address it. Obviously, this doesn't change the past. But it does show how much the locker room believes in Redick, which is another good sign. Was it a mistake? Yes, a big one. But it isn't one that looks like it damaged the locker room. Dalton Connect's decision turns heads after Lakers loss to Timberwolves. The Los Angeles Lakers' 2024-25 season concluded with a disappointing 4-1 first-round playoff loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers, who had high expectations entering the postseason, faltered in crucial moments, ultimately losing the series, despite being dubbed as favorites. One of the biggest talking points of the series was head coach JJ Redick's lack of trust in his bench. Among the players in question was rookie guard Dalton Connect, who saw limited action during the playoffs, appearing in only 2 games for a combined 4 minutes. In that brief stint, he managed to score 5 points and grab 3 rebounds, all in Game 1. It was an overall productive rookie campaign for Connect. He averaged 9.1 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 1.6 made three-pointers over 78 games, doing so in 19.2 minutes per contest. Seemingly not satisfied with how his first professional season ended, the 6'6" wing made the decision to return to Tennessee for off-season training. Sharing an Instagram story of himself practicing on the Tennessee Volunteers court, his alma mater, Connect caught the attention of fans. One reposted a screenshot of his story on X. Dalton Connect already back in the lab, the fan wrote. Can't wait to see him next season. Several other fans shared their thoughts in the comments. "He should have had minutes in the series," one fan wrote. "Dumb Reddick man, bro deserved minutes," another fan said. "Legit, my only gripe of the playoffs was this kid not getting minutes. He has size and something to prove. DK would have gotten after it," a third fan posted. Others speculated about his future with the team. "That dude ain't wearing purple and gold next year. Wish him the best," one fan wrote. "He getting traded this offseason," another fan added. Selected 17th overall by the Lakers in the 2024 NBA Draft, Connect had strong moments in first year, including a career-high 37-point game against the Utah Jazz, where he tied the NBA rookie record with 9 three-pointers. However, his role diminished as the season progressed, and he was nearly traded to the Charlotte Hornets in February, a deal that was rescinded after Mark Williams failed his physical.